Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the
Sadly Relatable podcast.
We back, baby!
Yay.
Oh, I've missed you guys.
Hey, guys.
Do you know what? It feels like it's been so long, but...
Can you just turn you down? Sorry. It's and me as well, please.
Okay, let's see.
Sorry, guys. We basically... Oh, that's better. We basically filmed last week. What happened last week?
You got an eyelash right there.
Probably an eyebrow.
Yeah, so we filmed last week, but it was a bit of a...
Like, it was a very depressing... Not even depressing episode. It was just... I kind of had a bit of a mental breakdown, and I at first I didn't mind. I was like, look, I don't mind. I'm very open with my mental health. And then I was like, do you know what? I don't really want people to see me that vulnerable.
Yeah, I kind of knew whilst we were filming. That's why I kept asking you sure? But then afterwards, and normally if I felt like it wasn't that bad, I would like argue with a bit about it. But I knew that this was a bit like
I was
too
just too vulnerable.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this isn't. And we spoke about it for most of the episode, so we wouldn't be able to just cut it and leave the ending. Like, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't mind touching on it a little bit now and explaining why. Like, yeah, I don't mind touching on things now. I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad because the last few episodes have been about me. Like, it's just like about me.
Really?
Like the ADHD one was sort of just about me, and then do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, let's do something about me. Come on, guys, let's go. Ask me a question. Go, anything.
When's your birthday?
12th of January.
Yay! So basically, it is going to be about me today again.
Oh, here we go. It's always about you.
You know what it is, yeah? I think we should try and do it as quickly as possible rather than making the whole episode this.
Oh, you mean like about what we... Yeah. So, before we jump straight into it, I just want to say hello to everyone. I hope you're all good. Welcome back. We've missed you. I know we missed a week and we missed an episode, but we're back. And inshallah, things keep going well. So Nisrin, how are you? Just before we jump into it, I just want to know how you're feeling today. You good?
I am feeling great.
Okay, I'm feeling good too, living life. We have some news to tell you, and I've let Nisrin take care of that right now.
So, I spoke about my ADHD diagnosis, and that was, 2 weeks ago that I spoke about it. And I kind of said in the episode that I want to start the medication. And today is my first day taking it. So, I have taken it this morning, and this is the first day. So I feel like I want to explain what has happened today, mainly because people on my TikTok have been asking me so much. So I feel like it might be interesting for people who maybe have ADHD, don't know they have ADHD, or just people that are just curious. Yeah. Also, I feel like it will be nice to explain so that if maybe like, you know, if let's say we post less in the next 2 weeks, people will understand more, if that makes sense. So it is my first day taking ADHD medication, and sorry.
You sure?
I'm bugging
you sure
out.
You're taking it?
No, you know why I'm bugging out? Because I'm like, these headphones are scaring me a bit. Like, I don't know. Okay, sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. Also,
right, shall I explain?
Yeah, you explain.
Okay, so Nisrin's taking her meds today for the first time. Her meds,
thanks.
And before we jump into it, I want to say we're not here like promoting meds. We're not here promoting anything. We're just giving her experience and what she's gone through, and maybe you can understand it, take it in, whatever something you decide to do or not. But be warned, there comes a lot of like side effects, and we're yet to find out. It's her first day.
Yeah.
So you explained to me that like your head is normally filled with a lot of like voices talking and like everything's going on.
And then what happened is, for the first time, I think in my life, I heard silence, which was really scary. I just heard silence.
So I kind of want to play the TikTok, not in video, but just for them to hear that TikTok that I sent you. So
wait, do it in a second. Let's explain a little bit more. So the reason these headphones are bugging me out is because my brain's already silent. I'm not used to my brain being silent. When I say silent, I don't have voices speaking to me, but it's my own. It's my own thoughts, and it's like a million different thoughts.
You sound like a crazy person. I don't have these thoughts in my head telling me to go kill everyone downstairs.
Yeah, no, it's not that, and I'm going to try to explain it the best as I can. But if you really want to know, look into ADHD, and you can learn a lot on TikTok and stuff like that. I'm just explaining my experience, and I'm probably not going to be able to articulate myself in the exact way that I wanted to, especially because I'm quite drowsy and like I don't know a lot about ADHD. I'm just explaining how I feel. So I took the medication this morning, and with antidepressants and a lot of mental health medications, you usually have to take them for a prolonged time, and then they start to work after a month or two. With ADHD, it's like the complete opposite. You take it, and within 30 minutes, you feel the effect. I'm pretty sure the medication I'm on is called Elvance. So if you want to look into it, feel free. Someone said it's basically like speed. So like the drug, that's what it's similar to or is in it.
What?
That's what I heard. Look into it again, guys. I haven't done full on research. I've been so busy. So what happened is I done my research. I looked into the medication in terms of side effects, and I'm going away in like a week, and I was like, should I just not take the medication? Because imagine I have really bad side effects. It's going to ruin my whole... But then I got it and I was like, no, I need to try it, because people say you feel it in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people say that if the medication doesn't work for you, this isn't for everyone, but if the medication really doesn't work for you and like you don't feel what people who do have ADHD say it feels, you've probably been misdiagnosed. A lot of people say that.
Okay.
And
So it's almost like knowing whether you actually have it or not.
So me taking it, in my head, it would have confirmed it for me. And to be honest with you, the thoughts I'm having through my head right now, because I am a little bit drowsy, I wasn't earlier, but I am now, is like, I feel like I've been robbed of my first 25 years of life. That's the way I feel like it's been stolen from me. In terms of the way I was today and the way I feel now and the way my brain is now, I don't want to say it's unfair because everything's from Allah, but I'm just like, I think it's more unfair
like
that
everyone got to live like this, but I've been living a different way.
Yeah, but I think it's more unfair that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So I'm like, it's like everyone had a full-on head start.
Yeah, but give us
exactly
like what your mind was like, and then what happened when you took the medication.
So my mind 24/7, and I will, if you guys really want me to, we can do an episode where I speak about, we go into it. We don't want to do the whole episode speaking about ADHD. We're going to try and run through it in like 10 minutes. If you really want it, like enough, I'll go through symptoms and what my day-to-day life was and why. Yeah, if you want that, just comment down below. So I was struggling a lot in terms of everything was overwhelming for me. I've known my whole life that I can't really go shopping. I find even online shopping, I find it too overwhelming, mainly in store, because my brain, the way I see my brain, but I just thought it was normal. Up until recently, I didn't know that not everyone's like this. And to be fair, the last few years, I've kind of been like, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I like this? But I never thought it was ADHD. The way I can explain my brain is that, imagine a room full of 100 people, and everyone was in pairs, and they were all having a conversation, different conversation with each other.
Yeah.
That's the way I explain my brain.
So it's just basically like being in a crowd.
Being in a crowd.
Everyone's talking.
So
you got like multiple thoughts just going off.
They're all my thoughts.
Yeah.
And they're all my thoughts. And I'm like, and then going up to someone, listening to their conversation in detail, and then 2 seconds in, moving to the other person, and then forgetting that person even existed.
Yeah.
That's the way.
So you're jumping from thought to thought whilst there's so much going on. But you
thoughts.
like, So you're almost like, it's almost like you take a mic and you're in the room, loads of people talking, and you slowly go up to one person, and then you move the mic to the next person.
But you can still,
and you can still hear them in the background, but now it's focused on them.
And
so basically, it's like this.
Stop.
And you go back around.
Stop, Ayo. Because one thing and this is the thing, people don't realize, and my brain can't really comprehend how that would become noise, because you're just like, it's just thoughts, but it is this noise in your brain.
Yeah.
So it's constant. Ayub, like, I was struggling because I was thinking, I'm not gonna lie to you, I every day was thinking about like my divorce, and I was like, how did this, every day, like showers, my shower thoughts are bad. Like my thoughts in the showers are the worst.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how did this happen? I can't believe this happened. And what it does is there's a lot of emotional struggles with ADHD as well, which I'm yet to learn about as well. But what it does is I would overthink it, and then I'd think of loads of things, and I literally started speaking to myself. I'm not joking. I literally was speaking to myself, and I was like, shut up. Wallah, Ayub. And this has been for the past, like, I don't know, year now. I would say shut up out loud, and guys, I'm not schizophrenic. No, listen, I know it sounds like I'm schizophrenic, but I'm not speaking to anyone. I would say shut up, and I'd be speaking to myself, to my brain.
Do you know what it reminds me of a little bit?
Yeah.
I think we've all experienced it, especially as like maybe
when you think
who's
of
Muslim.
cringe.
No,
no,
you know when you're Muslim and you're praying, and like the worst thought will come in your mind, and you're like, no, don't think about it. And then it gets louder and louder, and you're like, you tell yourself to stop.
Yourself.
You can't stop yourself from thinking
and you
about
think
it.
it's the worst.
Yeah, literally.
That's what it is. And I will openly say that I've been like, literally, if I have a bad thought, I'll be like, shut up. Like, I'll say it out loud, and I'm like, bro, like, what the hell? But it's not other people's voices, it's my own thoughts. I have to say like, or I'll like scream or something.
Yeah.
And that's how bad I was getting. So also I found everything overwhelming. So imagine how it is in shops. So I've already got it going on my head, and then I actually get put into
That's like times 2.
Times A of I sweat. I'm the worst. I sweat. I get overwhelmed. I don't shop in. Everyone knows this about me. But I find it so difficult. Yesterday I went into Westfield and this was pre-medication. Went into about 4 stores, wallah. Tried for like a minute in each store. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. What would happen is I would try and my brain also can't focus on outfits. So I scan the room, but I can't see nice things because my brain just can't focus on them.
Yeah.
And then I get hot, and then I get overwhelmed, and the noise is like a sensory overload. So yesterday I went into different shops, left after a minute, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Today, I'll explain what happened basically. Also, another symptom I have is I find, other than finding everything overwhelming, I leave everything to the last minute, and I can't do the tasks that I'm not fully interested in. I could sit there for 10 hours, I'm not joking, just sitting on my phone, or like...
Yeah. I think that's also something that comes with other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because I know people like that as well. Like even me a little bit to extent. I can't do something until it's necessary that it has to be done within
But is it like taking over your life, like you would quit your job to not do it?
Oh no.
I'm like, every day I contemplate it. I'm like, nah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
But I get what you're saying. Everyone has it to an extent. But so as I was saying, another thing is, and I was asking myself, like, even little things, even prayer, like I will pray every day, but I struggled so much with just getting up and doing it. Like, bro, it takes 30 seconds to get up and do it. That was something I struggled with, even though I'll pray every day. And like, there would be times where I leave my prayers and I'll do them at the end of the day. And I do you know what I mean? That was something that I don't know whether that's just lack of imam or like, do you know what I mean?
But it can be a factor that plays into it.
So anyway, moving on. Sorry, I know I'm trying to get through this really quickly. How long have we been filming?
For 14 minutes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll give it 5 more minutes and then we'll move on.
Yeah. So now just tell us what happened when you took the meds.
So today what happened is, took some medication, was chilling. They say it kicks in around 30 minutes to an hour. And like 20 minutes went by, 25-ish minutes. And I just thought, I was like sitting around waiting, and I thought I'd ring Jay. So I rang Jay and we were speaking for like 10 minutes. And she was like, oh, you took a medication? I was like, yeah, it's not. I said, I can't feel anything. And then it hit me. I was like, wait, I can't feel anything. Like, which my brain then was like, you can't hear anything either. You're not feeling all these emotions. When I said I can't feel anything, I literally meant I don't feel anything. I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel sad. I don't feel scared. I don't feel anxious. And then I said to her, Jay, I need to go. So I hung up on her and I just sat down for a second and I was like, wait, I don't hear. For the first time in my life, I've heard nothing.
That's crazy. Wallah, that's crazy.
I didn't know,
I can't
with
even
nothing,
imagine.
you hear something. So with nothing, there's always... So if you guys pause this right now and you're in your room alone, you're going to... Even though it's quiet, there's like a little... Not even a deed. It's like a... Yeah, that's it.
But it's almost like sometimes it will be a noise of like the radiators or the venting or something. It's just like a quiet, like a hum that's just constantly
it's like a
there.
hum. And wallah, for the first time in my life, I heard it, and I was
It's
like,
your first time ever knowing it.
Maybe I did when I was younger, but for first time in my adulthood that I can remember, I heard it, and I was like, the only thing that was going through my brain
freaky,
was, why is it so quiet? I said, why is it so quiet right now? What the hell?
Do you know what's scary about that concept to me is because they're just your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like me, I can be in them times where I overthink, I'm thinking, but there's times where I can just be like,
just turn it off.
Like even now, this is quiet. I'm not thinking anything.
Yeah, Allahumma barik.
But the fact that you had no control of that, it was just constant like thinking.
And then on top of it, add over like a lot of overworked in terms of very busy. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, Allahumma barik. Really, I should be enjoying this time of my life because it's like a peak in my career, but I couldn't because it was the thoughts, it was so much work, and then it was a divorce, and then it was like depression. So that's why I cracked. And last week, Ayub literally said to me on the podcast, what did you say? Do you remember? You're like, this is the worst I've ever seen you.
Yeah, it is the worst I've ever seen you. And today, like, obviously, we don't know whether it's going to, inshallah, it does get better and stuff like that. But we don't know whether this is how you're going to be every day. But today is so much more of an improvement than what I've seen in months. In
probably years.
Yeah.
So, so what happened is I got up. I also find getting ready, very overwhelming. I picking an outfit, I start sweating, I get stressed out, I chuck things everywhere. Getting ready is just not a nice process for me at all. So what happened is I'd done whatever I needed to do, I prayed, and then I went to getting ready, and I was just like calm, like I was doing things, and I was just like, my brain's not, I don't need to think about all the things I need to do. It's like I was just thinking about what I was doing. So now I'm brushing my eyebrows, whereas usually I'll be brushing my eyebrows and thinking about things.
Yeah.
And it was so peaceful. Like the word I can describe it is peace. So I was doing it, I was getting ready, I was picking an outfit. Usually I'll be like, oh, I can't find anything, like chucking things everywhere. Like, and I was like, yeah, this is nice. Trying things on slowly. But the biggest thing for me that was insane to me, and it's very like, I can't believe it, is I then went shopping, and this, I've never in my life understood how people can go shopping. I thought, how do you must be a strong person.
Yeah.
In my head, I thought they were so strong. I thought these people, like, they're strong, they fight through it. I went, and as I was walking on the street, what happened is so much was going on, and usually sorry guys if this is really long, we'll put a timestamp we'll put a timestamp at the front of the episode to say if you don't want to hear ADHD stuff, skip. Do you get it? Because they might not want to. So at least now I know the people here want to hear it. Yeah. As I was walking, no, do it here, please. I remember. We'll write down a timestamp when we move on, so it's easy for you. As I was walking, like I said, when I'm out, I hear everything. I hear people's conversations plus my own. As I was walking, it's like they were muted, because I could see their lips moving, even if they were next to me. But my brain wasn't focusing on them. In turn, I couldn't hear it. Yeah. Because I was focusing on what I was doing, which was walking. And then I was looking at people on wallet. It was like they were just going, Which is that what you get anyway? Yeah.
I mean, like, you weren't listening when you saw them. It's not like
my
before you could hear what they were saying.
No, not hear. I could hear like that sound that you've got. Yeah, that's what I could hear. I couldn't hear their conversation. I mean, like, my brain was focusing on their noise. Yeah. Whereas today, as I was walking,
you're able to shut off that noise and like focus on something else.
Yeah, like even cars, I could just hear. It's like I was just focusing on what I was doing, walking. I was kind of like this. And the biggest thing for me was I went shopping today, and I was like, this is the big test. Like, I walked in, and I was literally like, I was in H&M, and I was picking things out. I was not overwhelmed at all. I was like, it's like I was enjoying shopping. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, this is so cute, and like putting it back, carrying things. This will match with this. Like, this is so nice. And I enjoyed it, and I was there for like an hour. And then again, one thing I can't do is changing rooms, getting dressed, being hot. Things coming on and off, having to organize the things in the changing rooms. I just don't do it. I hate it. Wallah, it's like worst thing ever. And then what happened is I was doing it, and it was just peaceful. I was trying something on. I was like, yeah, this is cute. Oh no, I was putting it in pie. I was hanging them back up, putting them nicely. Like, I was so confused.
It's like you experienced real life for like the first time.
Yeah, but the only thing is, now that being said, I've had a good day. I'll speak about my side effects now. I feel like a different human being. Yeah. The only thing is, there can be side effects with it. Sometimes it doesn't work for people. Right now, it may work for me, and then it might not. Like, today just might be, that's it.
But inshallah it does.
Please make dua, guys. Please make dua that it continues to like help me like this. Some of the side effects are dry mouth, which I got. That was the side effect that I got. All of a sudden I was like, oh, my mouth's bare dry. I should drink water. I don't care. I just drink more water. Also, they say you can get like severe headaches. I was fine until about an hour ago, where I don't have a headache, but I feel a headache coming on. Yeah. And you can also, you lose your appetite, which I didn't get because I don't eat anyway, to be fair. And also you
lose water, I ain't got it.
Exactly. And also your sleep can be affected, but I sleep at like 5 a.m. So
inshallah, man, inshallah.
I hope it stays like this. I hope that I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I'm looking forward to life. Whereas, last week what I was saying to you, I'm not saying my depression's gone, but now I've got something to look forward to.
Yeah, and it's like exciting. It's like you're starting something new.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just like, life is different now. And like last week we were literally saying, I was literally saying, I was telling you, like, I've literally trigger warning. I said to you, I literally think about unaliving myself every day,
Yeah.
and it got so bad. And I'm not saying that depression's gone, but when the things that were making me more depressed is my
Stuff like
ADHD
that.
symptoms.
Yeah.
So now I feel like they're better, and inshallah it stays this way. And I really pray it does. And if it
But the thing
doesn't,
is, even if it doesn't,
it's
there's-
Allah's will,
not
and there's
just
other
that,
things.
There's different medications.
Yeah.
Maybe this medication doesn't suit you. You could try a different
Yeah.
one. But yeah, I don't know. It's scary. Like, it's weird because I'm always someone that's like fearful of like being dependent on meds. But like, if there's something that's truly affecting your life so
Yeah.
much, then sometimes it is better to have something that helps you.
That.
Do you know what I mean?
I was like that because I came off antidepressants. There was loads of things. I'm not against medication. I just personally, I'm like, I want a healthy body.
Mm-hmm.
But I was watching it, and it said that if you have something like ADHD,
Mm-hmm.
your brain is becoming unhealthy.
Yeah.
The more your thoughts. So what happens is taking the medication, clearing your mind, it gives you a healthier brain.
Yeah.
So with people with stuff like ADHD, I'm not sure what else. Medication, not for everyone. There's so many other things you can do. Medication can in turn make you more healthy
Yeah.
and your brain function better.
It's weird because I've noticed online as well with the meds that you're taking. It's like split down the middle.
Either you love it or you hate
Yeah,
it.
there's people that are like, it's changed my life, it's made things so much better, and then there's people that are like, it did this, it did that,
Yeah.
and I hate
Actually,
it. Do you know what I mean? It's so like crazy.
I just remembered something that someone commented was, it made me a zombie.
Mm.
So a lot of comments, what you said there, yeah. Some girl was like, oh, it made me a zombie. You know what's mad, Ayub? I'm going to say something quickly. You said something and I come to interrupt you before I forgot. And then my brain for a split second forgot. And then I just, wallah, I just witnessed it. And I just thought back to it.
Where normally it would just disappear.
Yeah. Wallah, I went like this for a second. You might be able to see it. I went like this for a second and I was like, oh, there it is. What the hell?
Normally
Anyway.
it would be like, you know,
I'll
when
be like,
people,
oh,
you know when
sorry.
people like crowd surf and they fall into the crowd of people.
Yeah, that's me.
That's the thought going.
Oh, I
into
gave
all the
myself
other
evil
thoughts.
eye. I forgot again. Oh, yeah. So the girl basically commented and said, this made me into a zombie. I hate it. A lot of people have different experiences. And while I do feel mellow and I see why people think that, I need it.
Yeah.
Like my brain's been on overdrive for so long. Like I don't mind being a
You're finding
zombie
the
for a
rest.
bit. But I don't
Yeah.
feel like I'm a zombie. But
Some people complain about it taking away their like personality.
yeah, and I hope mine doesn't.
I don't think
but
it will.
You know what I read as well is that if ADHD medication really doesn't go with you and you've tried all of them, did I say this already? I said it earlier.
No.
Then it means that you've probably been misdiagnosed. I did say
You
it.
did say that earlier, yeah.
Yeah, so I've read that. So do you know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
those people have been misdiagnosed.
Oh,
But
yeah, true.
Another thing that can happen to you when you're on the medication I'm on is become really chatty and you just want to like speak about life. I've been doing
That's
that.
you every day of the week, mate.
What, every
episode,
day?
Every episode. It's all about you.
No,
I'm
it's when
joking.
you're on the medication.
I can tell you're better chatty.
I'm sorry, guys.
You look excited to speak. Do you know why? Because you
Why?
can finally string a few thoughts together.
I know.
Let's let them out, boys. It's like...
Yeah, like a war. Like everyone's
I
like.
just realised that whenever I try to explain stuff to you, I realise you don't visually take it in. Or has that changed?
Wallah, just visualise the war.
What is going on? Because I was about to say...
Wallah, guys.
Because we said this before. Nisrin, when like you read a book or something, try read a book. It might see if it helps.
Wallah.
She just takes the words in. She doesn't visualize and create a movie in her mind of what it was.
Wait. Wallah, Ayub. Allah is my witness. I'm not lying. When I said the thoughts are charging like in a war,
Yeah.
as I said it as well, I saw like people going in a war and fighting.
Yeah.
But that might
That
not
might
be
be
a
a one-off.
That might be a one-off, but I should
Do you know
try
how
read
I
a book.
imagine it? I imagine it like, you know when you see like a shepherd with loads of sheep on a field.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
they're all
oh,
scattered.
yeah.
But then he does that one thing with like when they're going back in the barn and they all get into the dog goes round, gets them all in line, and they all jump the fence one by one.
I just saw it in my brain, but maybe because I'm trying to.
Yeah.
What the hell? I want to read a book.
Let's do it now. Read us a bedtime story. No, I'm joking.
I'm going to try read a book tonight, let you guys know how it is. By the way, sorry, I'm not going to make my life about ADHD. I'm going to kind of get on with it.
Don't be that person.
No, I don't want to
Where
make
they're
my...
like, they find out they got something, and then all of a sudden, every
Sorry,
little thing.
guys,
Oh, guys,
it's
it's
my
this.
ADHD.
Sorry, it's this. Oh, it's this.
Oh, I smashed your car because my ADHD. No, what I will say is I don't want it to be... I know you guys feel comfort, and the reason I speak about this as well is because if you're struggling, guys, please, I beg you, you can change your life. Go and get the help you need.
Mm-hmm.
Go and get it. And moving on from that, I'm going to quickly wrap it up. I got diagnosed. I already said I went to Harley psychiatrist. A lot of people were asking me. I paid £700. They've done the initial diagnosis and she diagnosed me there and then. And then again, a week later, I had a different psychiatrist.
I like that they did that.
Yeah, because you could get misdiagnosed. And also she kind of just reviewed it all and she said, yeah, you do have it. I'm going to prescribe you the ADHD. So that's what I done. It's called Harley psychiatrist. Please, guys, I wish I'd done this when I was younger. If there's anything wrong with you, look into it. And you know what? If you feel like there's something wrong with you and you've tried everything and there's like, you're like, there's not mental health issues, still focus on making your life better. Gym, getting close to your God, doing hobbies that you love. Wallah, I wish I'd done it when I was younger.
Guys, you guys know as well, here we're all about self-development. Yeah. So we're all about just taking time to sit back, think about yourselves. What are the things you can improve? What are the things that can make your life better? How can you improve as a person, as a family member, as a friend? All these individual things, although it's harder and it's easier said than done because we're not perfect, but I feel like we're so big on like just understanding who you are, because a lot of people go through life thinking, yeah, I'm amazing.
Yeah.
And then like they don't see the impact they're having on others or how their life can be better and how they can be better for others as well. So like, really take the time to learn yourself, learn what goes through your mind, what you're dealing with, whether it's anxiety, depression, all these other things. Understand yourself, and that way, even if it's not a cure, it will better your lifestyle.
Yeah, 100%, guys. Like, it's not that you make excuses for yourself, but you understand why you feel that way. Because the last however long, I thought I was just lazy. I thought, why can't I be interested in life? Why can't I not take my life seriously? And now it's kind of like I'm being nicer to myself. I'm like, look, you were struggling. You were struggling, and it's okay to struggle. And it's just nice. Please, guys, my advice to anyone, and if you're not struggling, may God protect you. And I hope you really take advantage of it. And anyone that is struggling, it could be ADHD, it could be autism, it could be depression. Do not be ashamed of it, man. Like, God has given it to you, and you know what? Even if you don't believe in God, you've got it. Find a way to make it better.
To get through it.
Don't let it control your life. You control it.
I think acceptance is a big thing as well.
Accept it. Look, why is there shame around mental health?
Yeah. The thing is, this is a big topic because we always kind of speak about this, but mental health is very much, we've seen over the years now, it's more accepted and it's more spoken, it's more brought up and there's more awareness. But it's like a double-edged sword. It's really good, but there's a part of me that feels like now it's too much, because it's going to be spoken about so much. It's going to be more like belittled in a sense. Yeah. Because then there are going to be the people that use it as an advantage. Oh, I have this, or the people that go to like use it as every excuse. Yeah. And this is being too spoken about to the point where it's going to be oversaturated, and then people are just like, oh, I don't even care anymore. It's like desensitized to it. All right, we've all heard it. Every other person's got it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I don't know. As much as I like the awareness, I'm a bit worried because I still want it to have that importance and that seriousness, and people need to take it like that. And if they get desensitized to it, then do you know what I mean? Like, like this is going to be a bit controversial. You know how we have to say trigger warning now? Yeah. Just like turn it off. I get the trigger warning thing though. Should I tell you why? Because
I've never fully understood it because I've never been triggered. If that makes sense.
I do get triggered. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
You have to go through really traumatic stuff.
It's more like wedding stuff. So if I'm scrolling or if I see relationships or I see anything to do with weddings, it does trigger me for a split second and I just scroll. Okay. But it's like I wouldn't need someone to say, by the way. No, I can't do this. By the way, there's a wedding dress in this next video. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't need that, but some people, it might be a lot more triggering. But you know what?
There's people, I think we forget, because sometimes we're so like caught up in the stuff that we've been through. Yeah. People have been through a million times worse.
Yeah, way more.
Like people have been through some stuff that we would never even be able to handle. Like we would crumble underneath. Yeah, so like
100%.
So it does make sense. I think just because I've never experienced it firsthand.
But in my brain, because I was kind of like, just scroll, but I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. One thing that I was gonna say is, well, we won't speak about mental health too much because I know there's probably some people that aren't depressed or don't have mental, and they're like, we want to hear other stuff, but it's more just like my aim in life is for anyone to be watching this who is struggling to be like, bro, I'm not ashamed. It's gonna get better. That's all I want. Hope. I want to give together. I want people to have hope. That's what I want. Yeah. And
Nisrin took her meds for the first day. I'm here, the voice of the people. We will make it.
No, and look, I'm just, even if this feeling only lasts for a day, I'm so grateful that I got to feel it. And you know what? I just genuinely feel like.
Won't it make it worse though? Now you know what it feels like. Now you
take me back.
Take me back, please.
I know what you motherfuckers have been living like every day.
No, you know what? I accept everything from God, and I don't know. I feel
All right, we get it. You're on meds. You're getting better.
No,
Let's move on.
I'm not. By the way, I'm genuinely not going to be the sort of person that speaks about it. Like, I want
just 2 episodes and we're done.
No, like, now that I've spoke about it, unless people really want it, I'm not going to be like. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's better to like go through your journey and don't like let everyone into it too much.
I am documenting it on TikTok, but after this week,
every week, they wanted one more TikTok, so I'm going to go to it one more time.
After this week, that's it. I don't want that to be me.
Yeah,
and I hope my personality doesn't go.
Yeah, we'll see. I think your personality is strong enough to like stay.
Do you think?
Because you've got personality disorder, you've got a few. So if one goes, the other one will step in. Next.
True.
Just hope it's one of the nice ones.
But yeah, I don't know. With that being said, guys, I do just want to say, while I am adjusting to the medication and while I am basically getting my life together in terms of probably the next, I'd say, month, I'm not gonna lie, it should be every other episode. So the next 4 episodes,
every other
the next 4
week.
weeks we'll upload twice. I don't know, we haven't figured it out yet, but we may do every other week, even if it's for 3 weeks, because I need to adjust. I'm also going away, and I'm not gonna lie, for my own self and for me to come back, work harder than ever, I need it. Like, I really do. But with that being said, when we come back, it will be, inshallah, and make dua for us, like, hard, like the strongest we've been, if that makes sense.
Definitely. And I think when we come back to full time is when we're going to have the big announcement. So I wanted to ask you, because this is what the world is like raving on about right now, have you seen any clips of Andrew Tate?
I have.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I've seen a few clips. I don't know too much about him. I know he's like a Romanian guy who
he's not Romanian.
Oh, is he not?
Nah, he lives in Romania.
Oh, he lives in Romania.
I feel like I know everything about him.
So I know a bit about him. I know like a little bit. I know that he has like a big house with women. He gets them to do like cam work, and then he takes some of their money.
Yeah.
And I've seen a few of his
Have
clips.
you seen some of his opinions on like?
I've seen his opinions. I genuinely just think, right, because I've seen some where I've been like this, but the difference between me and other people is when I watch him, I don't think, what a way. I think, bruv, it's publicity. Like, I don't think he's actually thinks that. I saw a clip where he said, if I get to hell, I'll tell the devil. What do you mean? What do you mean you're gonna burn me? I'm a G, bro. Come on, guys. Like, when I see it, I don't sit there and get triggered. I just think, like,
but have you seen him like how he speaks about women?
Yeah, I have. That annoys me a little bit, but I don't get triggered to the point.
What points have you seen him say?
I don't remember, to be honest with you, but I've heard him say like, you know, what high value women are compared to high value men.
Yeah.
And I've heard him say like, oh, women are incompetent, and I've heard him the way he speaks about them, and he's like, they're stupid, this and that.
Yeah.
But then it's like my brain doesn't understand, because then he'll be like the complete opposite.
Yeah. So this is what happens.
Before you talk, I genuinely believe, this is what I think.
Yeah.
I think he's a businessman, he's clever, and all of this is publicity stunt, and it's because he sells a book, doesn't he? Yeah,
he sells a course. But it's from. But the thing is that this is my opinion. Okay, so for me, I feel like it's like a mixture of everything. So personally, and I don't know if people might not be happy with this opinion or not, but for me personally, I feel like although he talks all this crap, and there is a lot of stuff in there that is very much showman. Like he's saying it crazy because he wants people to grab people's attention.
That's what gets views.
That's why sometimes he'll say one thing, but then he'll show so much respect afterwards.
I've clocked that.
But he does it like because he's putting people in, whatever. Secondly, some of his opinions I don't actually agree with, but he's dropping like
gems.
in between, and I don't know how to explain it. In between a lot of this crap that he's saying and things that he's saying wrong, he'll just drop something so like real and so on point to what life is and how men should be and all this stuff that I'm like, oh damn, like he is saying some good things here. And he's saying a lot of things that some people are afraid to say, although he's moving in the direction that I think I like. Where
the world's not like, oh, we can't say this, we can't say that.
Yeah. But at the same time, there's things I don't like. For example, one of them was he talks about how like a man can be with multiple women and how women can't.
And it makes you a low value woman.
And like things like this, obviously we have...
Sorry, I just interrupted you. Sorry, I was going to say something else.
Things like that, we have certain views Islamically how that's meant to be done in the sense of like marriage. And how a man can marry multiple women and a woman can't for certain reasons when it comes to biology. How the woman works, hormones, all these different things. There's reasons why. And like obviously... But then what he's done is he's taken oh, they do it, Muslims do it, and it's because of this, so it makes it okay.
Yeah.
So I don't like that he uses Islam sometimes to make it seem like you can go get a girl and then cheat on her.
Also, another thing is,
and or have all these more, and it's almost giving the youth this idea of the young Muslims, because I see a lot of young Muslims there going, oh yeah, amazing, and they're getting it twisted. Like, no, because you also have to be a certain type of man. You also have to be able, there's rulings to these things.
He doesn't know that though. I think what he's done with the Islam thing is he knows how powerful
he says it.
Muslims are. No, and he
how
knows
strong they are together.
And he's being clever when he speaks about Deen. I don't know, I don't think he genuinely looks at Muslims and respects a religion, this and that. I think he does it because he knows the power that all of us Muslims hold, and he knows that if he has us on his side, or the Muslim men, bro, he's gonna conquer. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I think genuinely. But
he does show respect to a lot of things. The thing is, he's smart. Obviously, he's made millions doing whatever he does.
Do you know what makes me laugh when he says like haram?
That's what I mean. It's funny.
Why
funny.
did he do that?
It's just, I think he knows it's entertaining. It is entertaining. Even me, there's lots of stuff he says, and I'm like, I would never be like that. And I don't think a man should be like that. But I laugh because I'm like, it's funny. Like, seeing him in interactions.
Do you think he's being serious?
There's a part of me that
there's truth behind
the way he lives his life. There is truth.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is upscaled and like him putting on a show and trying to piss people off.
He said, if you're poor, I watched a video of him. Did you watch it? He was like, if you're poor, you're just stupid.
Yeah.
Or this. Come on, it must be a publicity stunt.
He was talking earlier on, and he was like, he has dogs, and he goes, one of his neighbours, like 16-year-old girl, she has a little cat, kitten, and it went missing. He goes, his dog ate the cat, and she was going around like looking for the cat, and he was like, I don't care. He was basically saying, I don't give a shit. I put a sign up saying, so the cat could read it and know not to come in, but it was an arrogant little piece of shit and still like it wanted to. Do you know what I mean? But he does it with like such seriousness.
Yeah,
he's like, so it deserved to die, but he'll do it with
the hell thing as well.
Yeah, like it's funny though. It is funny, but the problem is
he does it with serious face.
He's very much screaming this, which is there's a reason. Whenever I look at his videos, someone's like, Nisrin would like this, or then she wouldn't like this. Is, for example, he has this idea, obviously, that the man should be the provider, and because the man is the provider and he does everything, the woman has to like respect that, and in a sense, like if what he says goes.
But why did he say then that? Which fair enough. We do believe that to a certain extent. You still need to respect her and listen to her. But why did he then say that if his girlfriend's working, he's going to take her money?
So for example, they were talking about OnlyFans, and they were saying if his girl went and did OnlyFans, he wouldn't mind, but the money's his. Yeah. And his point, what he's trying to say, is that she belongs to him.
Oh, what the hell?
To be honest, I don't even care about all this stuff because there's not even a scenario I'd ever be in, so I don't care about the opinion, if that makes sense.
I think he's doing it, Ayub, because I think it's a publicity. So I think it's all like shock factor. I think it's a joke, and I do not think he's being serious. I think there's truth behind it, but I don't think he's being serious. So
let me make it clear, the things that I agree with and certain things that I like that he's doing is installing back this not even toxic, but this masculine thing of like a man should be a man at the end of the day, and I feel like we've kind of lost that in our generations. Like you as a Muslim man as well, and I'm thinking whenever anything that I like that he says is when it relates to how a man should be in Islam as well. Yeah. So that's why I like some of the things that he's saying, because he's shedding light on it.
When it comes to women, you don't agree with it. You're talking about the way he speaks about how men should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need to like make sure.
Because my rulings of how I think how we should be with women come from Islam.
Yeah, so just wait.
And his contradicts a lot of that as well. Yeah,
so when Ayub says he agrees with it, because I think especially TikTok's hating on men that agree with Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I don't
mind. But Ayub is saying he doesn't agree with anything that he's saying about women and all of this.
No, some stuff he says I agree. In the sense of their mindset, not on how we should treat them.
Okay.
He talks about how some women are, which I've seen personally, like whether it's manipulative or they'll look for a certain type of guy, and like, do you know what I mean? Which I think is only in certain cases. But I'm saying how he talks about how we should treat women and stuff like that. Listen, I will never look at a man and be like, this is how we treat women. No, I'm going to look at what my religion says. This is how we treat women. I've grown up with a single mother. A lot of the stuff he said I don't like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the things I do agree with is him installing this thing back into men where like, you are the provider.
Yeah, be a man.
Do you know what I mean? Be a man. But at the same time, I don't agree with the whole like, my wife is going to be like this little thing that I just hold on to, and she can't do what she wants.
Mine. I
do you know what I mean?
Her.
Whatever we have between us is an agreement, whether she works, whether she doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I like that. Like, I know it's hard to say I like, because maybe with me saying I like that, although there's a bit of good,
with other,
although there's a bit of good, he's also might be installing a lot of toxicity into these people.
Yeah, he is. I think he's doing more bad than good.
Yeah, that's what's sad about it, which is not good. And also, the only thing is, as well as that, is I just lost it out of my head. Can I get a pop of your pill? No, I'm joking. The only thing with Crab has such a good point.
I remember for you. I'm joking.
Anyway, my overall point is, I can't remember. I just find it interesting. I want to see your take, obviously, on what's going on. I think he drops gems in between all the craziness. Also, that is my point. What I was going to make was, he's talking when he says all this stuff about how, like, if you're the provider, then your guy has to listen to you. And all this crazy stuff he's saying relates to people who are in the top 1%. Like, he's saying, if you're a billionaire or a millionaire and you got this, you can do this. And a lot of these people that have nothing are like, she should listen to me. But you ain't got nothing to even give.
And you're literally not doing anything. And one thing I don't like about his audience is it's literally men that are nowhere near, like they're doing the worst stuff possible as well, imaginable. Yeah. They don't bring anything to the table at all.
Yeah.
Like Andrew Tate, I think a lot of his stuff I've said it's publicity stunt. But even if he was like that, it's not that it's okay, but it would make more sense than you sitting at your mum's house. You bring nothing but stress to a woman's life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I would, even in my head, the way I see it, he's not forcing, all the stuff that he views that he has, he's not forcing on a woman.
Yeah.
She knows what he's like. Yeah. So you're accepting to go and live in his realm. That's the one thing I say to people, is with all this opinion of, like, I don't know, everyone gets so annoyed. You want your wife to do this and sit at home and do nothing? I'm not going to go look for a wife that doesn't want to do that and then force her to do it.
Yeah.
You find someone...
Wait, do you want your wife to not work?
No. So personally for me, what I would want is get to a point where my wife doesn't have to work.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I want her to have a life. I don't want her to be bored and get depressed just staying at home.
Start a business.
But I would want to get to a point where, inshallah, and have someone that wants to be a mother and wants to take care and do these things. Yeah. Doesn't mean she's not allowed out. Doesn't mean she can't have hobbies or build a little side business, do these things.
Yeah, but if she wanted, let's say she wanted to work forever.
I don't know if I would want that. Because I do want someone that can at least take time off and maybe build something or work from home and do these things. Because I want someone who's going to be a mother to my children. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you're going to be a mother for my children. I'm going to be disappearing. I'm going to be doing, if anything, trying to do just as much work, or do you know what I mean? Be there as much as I can.
Yeah.
But I understand that it's my responsibility to provide for everyone, and that's a dynamic I want.
So
I'm not going to force a girl to be in it. I'm going to find a girl, and I've spoken. I've got friends that are like, I want to be a full-time mother and just have so many children.
In your brain, if you think it's my job to provide, of course, eventually you would want. By eventually, we mean like 3, 4, 5 years. You don't mean
into marriage?
Yeah, into marriage.
Yeah, I'm talking about like when we get to a point where we're stable and like
even 5 to 10 years later. That's it. What you mean? What do you mean? What are you asking? How quick in would you want her to like not have to work?
As soon as I can like provide.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, I'm not saying that you can't work. Like I want her to still do things, but if anything, I'm thinking of it of like I'm saving you.
Yeah.
Like so you don't have to work. You don't have to work anymore. Enjoy your life. Like it might even be before we even have kids. Spend your days going out, doing a passion, a hobby. Do you know what I mean?
In your brain, and what your religion teaches you is that, I understand where you're coming from, and some people might not agree, but what your religion teaches you and in your brain is that it's the man that should provide. His money is her money is her money.
Yeah.
You're saying that you don't mind if she wants to work, it's down to her, but eventually you would like to be the one that provides everything, where she can just relax, focus on life, focus on being a mother if she wants to, focus on herself, which I'm not going to lie is... I don't know about other women, because I made a TikTok about this the other day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't agree with me.
Yeah.
And it was basically, the sound is, that is disgusting. And then it goes, give it to me. So I was like this, that is disgusting. I went, give it to me. And I said, when I meet a misogynistic man that thinks women should stay at home and not work. Obviously, I didn't mean misogynistic. I exaggerated that bit a bit.
Yeah.
But that, me, personally, is what I'd like.
And there is women out there like that. So a lot of people are getting triggered by what he's saying. And it's because obviously a lot of stuff he's saying is crap. But you lot don't have to worry. Actually, you kind of do, because he might be having a bad influence on people that are going to go and force women to be in that position.
Yeah.
But people like him, I'm guaranteed the women around him are very happy.
Yeah.
Because they're going into it knowing what the deal is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's the same with, if I get married, my wife will know that there's going to be a point where I would not like her to be in like a full-time job, like around loads of other men or around these people. Do you know what I mean?
But you know
and
what,
that's me as a Muslim man.
I
have that right as well.
Do you want me to be honest with you?
But I wouldn't force a woman. It would be someone that understands, that has that mindset.
Let me explain something to you, okay? I think The women that turn around and say, no, I do want to work, I want to get it myself, I genuinely would say, we blame men. Should I tell you why?
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone would love to just chill, whatever, start a business, whatever. But and something I've learned recently is when you go into a marriage, I know you guys think, yeah, like I'm going to look up. That's not the case. For example, me, when I was married, I genuinely thought this is my person forever. And then when I got a divorce, if I didn't have my own money, my life would have been flipped upside down.
Yeah.
So I understand why women say no. And you know who you have to blame is the other men in your generation.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is they're marrying women and then they're literally doing F all for them.
Yeah.
They're divorcing them later on, leaving them with nothing, which has been seen multiple times.
But do you know how I imagine, like, obviously I can't have like a fairy tale life.
No, I get it.
But the way I imagine it is like, I wouldn't. The way I imagine my marriage is not like, say for example, when I'm like, oh yeah, you stay home eventually when we're like old and we have kids or whatever, and I go work. It's not like, okay, now you want, I'm the one with all the money, and then you come to me, please sir, can I buy a bag of crisps? Oh, here's some change.
Yeah, you'd have the money together.
Not even together. You have your own account that every month I could be putting money in as if you're working a job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's eventually.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen in the next 5 years.
No. Listen.
But what I'm saying is...
Either way, look, it's going to naturally happen anyway. Either way, look, what will happen is, first few years, obviously this is me just pre-planning. First few years, we said we weren't going to talk about relationships, but here we are talking about marriage.
It doesn't matter.
First few years, for example, get married, chilling, both working. If she wants to work, both working. If anything, probably help me make it a bit easier. Do you know what I mean? Like we're both working, we're both contributing. Whether she's contributing or not, it's her right. Eventually, we'll have a kid, inshallah. That kid is going to preoccupy her anyway. She's going to come out, whether it's maternity leave, all this stuff. Eventually, we'll both take care of the kid. Maybe she'll go back to work for a bit. And then she's working for a bit. And then we have a second kid. And then she's coming out of it again. There's going to be a point, because as I'm someone that wants to have children, I'm going to look
Inshallah.
for a woman that wants to have children as well, inshallah. You're going to be at a point where I'm not going to have a kid and then 10 years later have a kid.
Yeah.
Inshallah, I want
you never know. Allah's plan.
Allah's plan. And also whatever my wife wants. Like whatever she's ready for. She might have the first one and it was a big thing and she needs some rest.
Or not want to have another one.
Yeah, it's whatever like she's willing to go through or like put up with in a sense. So hopefully if things go to plan and I'm allowed to have them, within like a few years gap, 3 years gap maybe, 2 years gap, whatever's like a good amount of time for her to heal and
okay, look, we don't need details in it of your life plan.
No,
bloody hell, I was freaking zoning out and I'm on medication right now. Listen.
No, I'm saying like, it will naturally fall into place.
Listen, I get where you're coming from, and a lot of people will not need an explanation because we already know, because that's what we want.
Yeah.
Me, I would love to get married. To be honest with you, I don't want a rich man. I would like a rich man.
We've said this like a million times.
But I would love, if the person I fell in love with, the person I meant to marry, is rich. Bro, I'm not working.
Do you know what I realised?
Why would I work? Why? Explain to me why I would work.
No, but people get bored. Work is a distraction, Nisrin. Like they have.
I will start a book club. I will do yoga classes. I'm telling you now, if I'm bored, I will find a way to.
Yeah, you'll find it. That's what I was thinking. Why would, like, obviously some people enjoy work, and there are people that actually enjoy work. Yeah, but for me, I'll be like, I'd rather just like do something fun every single day, something different. Do you know what I mean? All right, today, do you know what? I'm gonna make miniature figurines. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I genuinely think work is for men, and I think women shouldn't. But obviously, this day and age, we have to the price of everything is just extortionate, rent, everything. So I get it. I do it. I comply. I comply. But my ideal person would be like, don't work. So the shout out of the week goes to Hiba. I think we may have shouted her out before, I think. But she said, haha, you guys are so funny. I swear every episode I say, this is my favourite episode. And then you guys release another one that's even better. Wallah, the best podcast. Thank you so much.
We love you so much.
We love you. And you know what's funny? Every time we release an episode, we're like, this is so bad. And then people are like, it's my favourite episode.
I know, that always gets me. Whenever
I feel like that every episode.
And do you know what's weird? Every episode that I'm completely 100% sure, because it's only been like a handful where I'm like, this is so bad, they're going to hate it.
Yeah.
Is the one where it gets the most messages of like, I love this, is my favourite episode, episode.
To be fair, I'm kind of getting that with this episode. Are you?
What? That's a bit of a bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like, guys, one thing I'm going to say, if you can put up with us in these like next 3 weeks, because it's gonna be a bit rocky. We're on and off, like 1 week on, 1 week off, and I apologize in advance. But trust me, when we come back and we're in full effect, you're gonna understand why.
And then the announcement.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
So like,
inshallah.
Just bear with us, support us, please. We love you lot so much.
Keep us in your du'as. We keep you in our du'as all the time.
And the thing is, what's nice about like, even if we're gonna have like a week and a bit off, like we still have so much content for new people to like pick up on and stuff like that. So hopefully, we're not going anywhere. We're here. It's just a bit rocky for the next like 3 weeks, but we love you guys and we're here. Thank you, Hiba, for the beautiful message. Thank you lot for being here and supporting us. Don't worry, the content's trust. There's a part that I just want to say. I want to tell them what we got.
No. Shush.
All right.
So I do also want to quickly say, if anyone noticed any, because I just started doing this with my finger and I was like, wait, I usually do that a lot in episodes. Have I done it today? If you noticed any difference in me today, please let me know. Yeah. I'm just curious.
Also, guys, comment down below chicken wing if you made it to the far. End. I miss doing that, and I love seeing like the people that actually made it all the way to the end. We love you so much. Yeah, we like to see. And comment, just chicken wing.
Chicken wing.
Also, Nisrin, where can I find you?
You can find me crying on my pillow. Sorry, I didn't just need to burp. You can find me at It's Nisrin on Instagram and TikTok.
You can find me at Kalo on all social media platforms. Don't forget to follow Sadly Relatable Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. Guys, we love you lot so much. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you can be notified every time that we post. Can't wait to see you lot soon. Things are coming. And I'm good.
Inshallah.
Yeah, Spotify listeners, don't think we forgot about you too, baby. That was a kiss on your forehead. Great. But yeah, guys, we'll see you soon, inshallah. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.
Bye.